spend less on ourselves and give more to others. And we started brainstorming and praying and asking God, and it's so fun to look back now and say, wow, God, you were a part of this from the beginning. I mean, we know that, but wow, this is awesome. So we set this goal, and we had this goal, which is really hard because it's like, well, you don't want to, go so far that it's unreachable. You don't want to do too less and sell ourselves short. But we started setting this goal, and this one bag of food here with Kids Against Hunger, it represents, it would feed 450, would feed 6 meals. 6 meals, one bag. And we're like, okay, we're going to have to fill a lot of bags to reach this goal of $35,000, which would feed 450 people for 1 year. Okay, a lot of bags. Here we go. God, help us here. All right, so that was our goal. Now, the next step was to kind of just vision cast this and throw this out to the congregation and say, all right, we need your help. We need help in this. And we've got an update. As of December 4th, we were at $31,000, which would feed 400 people for 1 year. So we're doing good. And we had a couple of weeks left, but we weren't quite there. And we said, you know what, the one bag needed to turn into a lot of bags. And one box, which Hannah's holding, the one box provides 216 meals. So we're like, man, we need a lot of boxes. And it's going to take a lot of effort on the part of the church to serve. So one bag turned into a few bags, which turned into a box. And then, come on up, Jed. And you've seen these pallets around. You've been walking around. Maybe you've seen these big pallets that are off to the sides and throughout the church. And one of those pallets would be over 7,128 meals. And you've seen a lot. And one pallet would provide 450 meals. It's a lot of numbers. That's why I'm confused half the time I'm talking. But one of those pallets is 450 for 450 people, would feed 450 people for 16 days. So again, we want to go back to this goal of feeding 450 for a year. We've got to do a lot. Now the final, and we put final down before we, it's not final. People are still giving. This is so awesome. Go ahead and flip that around. Is the last number we had. God showed up in an amazing way. 52,000, that was our last count. More money's come in, since then. Over 700 people fed. We shattered, and by we, God shattered our expectations. And God showed up in an amazing way. We had over 450 people who showed up to serve. We had to cut short because we were flying so fast and doing so much. And what's so cool about this is that because we raised so much extra, and because of what God did in the hearts of this congregation towards generosity and giving and joy, we have to have another packing event next year to finish off the supplies and fill up another truckload. So this is so cool, something that we should rejoice in, and something we should be so excited about. But God showed up. We couldn't have done this without God's help in changing hearts and just setting that vision of, hey, you know what? Let's give some more. Let's spend less on ourselves, but give more to people that need it. Thanks you guys so much. So a couple of cool stories, and I know there's more out there. There's more out there, but a couple of stories that one that I want to share with you in particular. And if you have a story, we want to know about this, because we want to celebrate as a church with you guys on what God's doing. It's not a bragging thing. We don't want people to view it like that. We want to view it as God is good. God's doing some cool stuff. But these two guys, 8th grade guys, have a cool story to share and of a way that they raised some money to give to Kids Against Hunger. I'm going to have Brad just tell you a little bit about that.
All right. We had a birthday party about a week ago, and instead of asking for presents, we asked for donations for the Kids Against Hunger.
Cool. So birthday party. Hey, we don't need presents. We got plenty of stuff. Bring some money. Everything you give us is going towards Kids Against Hunger. Awesome, you guys. By the way, that's a huge step, especially in middle school. Because so you had a birthday party. Tell me how much did you guys end up raising from that?
We earned $280.
$280. That's so awesome. And really cool, really awesome that they were willing to sacrifice and say no to themselves and yes to helping somebody else. So thanks you guys so much. A couple of people I want to thank. One, everybody that volunteered, amazing. If you did not have a chance to give or to serve, it's okay. Like I said, we're going to have another time that you can do that next year. I'd encourage you to get involved. If there's something so amazing about seeing 100 people together just serving, having a good time, making it a competition, having fun, giving people a hard time. But it was just something really cool to see the church come together and step up in that way. I also want to thank Kevin Poland and his building staff. They were here a lot and did a lot. Greg Gates is another one that we have to thank, and Christy Siebert Group. They put in a ton of time and kind of helped head this up and did stuff. They were here a lot of hours, and I can tell Greg but also, like I said, we want to hear your story. And those cards, those inserts in your bulletins, if you just jot down some thoughts, we'd love to rejoice with you. I promise we won't make all of you come on stage. I know most of you don't like that, probably. A couple updates coming up. Next Sunday, we've got the children's program.